Hey, y'all need to call 911 on yourselves immediately, you Trump supporting fake ass patriots. I mean, right now, you need to do that. Seek some psychiatric help for you. Call the 911s while we still have the 911s, because, socialism and that stuff that you want to get rid of. And while we still have, places that you can go to like that, because, well, you know what? RFK Jr.'s going to make some places for you to go to because he's wanting to take everybody off of their antidepressants and put them in farms, aka concentration camps, in case you don't know what that means. There, and I guess people like you too that are suffering from brain damage that you've given each other from lying to each other repeatedly, you can also go to those farms, so maybe they do have a place for you. See, there seems to be an awful lot of talk. Well, if you think about what RFK Jr. is wanting to do and send people there with take them off their medications and put them in camps, aka farms, and then Donald effing Trump's Agenda 47 that says let's round up all the homeless people and buy up giant swaths of land and build tents and put them there, aka concentration camps. And we're currently rounding up undocumented immigrants and as well as documented in some cases, just getting rounded up because, if you're brown, put them down, you know what I mean? So putting them in concentration camps. So there seems to be a whole lot of concentration camps going on to the point that it can't be ignored, I guess, unless you're a effing fascist Nazi. So that's going on there. Seeing the problem that we have is that that seems to be what Elon Musk wants. Curtis Yarvin, have you ever heard of him? That philosophy that the United States should be run like a business, more like a monarchy, run by billionaires. Seeing Elon Musk already let all of us know what he thinks of all of us. Well, people that don't contribute enough to society, in his opinion, are parasites. Okay? So it seems to me that we got a whole lot of concentration camps being planned for the undesirables in our society. So anyway, with all the brain damage that you're giving each other, the psychosis from all the lies that you spread to each other all the time, you could easily wind up in one of those. See, the thing is Steve Bannon told every one of you what the playbook was. He said that the plan was to flood the interwebs with so much lies and information that stupid people wouldn't be able to know the difference. Pretty sure he's referring to you, see, because sane people didn't buy into the lies and propaganda. They know what reality is. So apparently he knew who the stupid people were, and he knew that it would work. So, he was right. Well, even a blind squirrel finds a nut every now and then, but he was right about this one, Now, I know if y'all go out there and you see that video of Steve Bannon telling you, hey, we're brainwashing all of y'all on purpose, lying to all of you, you'd be like, no, Steve, nah, I ain't believing it, Steve. I ain't believing it for a minute now, Steve. You wouldn't lie to me. You must be lying to me about lying to me, Steve. That's what it is. You're lying to me about lying to me. And you would justify it because you have to have those lies in order to keep your hatred alive, well, for the United States of America, for government, and for other American people. See? And you've got to have that because you're a hateful son of a bitch. You know what I mean? So the fact that you're being lied to, well, that's fuel for you. You need those lies. The same thing with the Fox faking news. They were sued $800 million for lying to all of you. You know that they were. But no, you can't accept that. No, that right there, that's a Democratic hoax. That was fraud is what it was. They was attacking the poor Fox Newses there. And that right there is fake news about fake news. That's fake news about fake news. I ain't believing it. I'm going to keep right on going back to that toilet bowl of misinformation and lies, and I'm just going to slurp, 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 right out of that toilet bowl, turds and all. Yep. You keep on doing that too, because you need all of those lies to keep your hatred going. Same thing with the people like Tim Pool, all of your favorite right-wing podcasters out there, that you were shown that they were being paid hundreds of thousands, if not millions of dollars to spread Russian propaganda straight out of Russia, Russian money, being paid Russian money to lie to all of you with Russian propaganda. And you said, no, that right there is one of them Democrat hoaxes. That's another one of them Democrat hoaxes. Russia, 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 Russia. That's all that is right there. And I'm going to keep on going back, get me some Tim Pools and slurp it out of that toilet bowl too right there, because I need me some Russian propaganda, because, well, apparently you're all Russians anyway at this point. Hopeless. So anyway, you keep going back because you need them lies so you can hate on you some United States of America, hate on you some government, and hate on you some other American people. So anyway, I was just pointing out how easily you're being manipulated. And to get to this point, every one of you are going out there right now and talking about you're getting $8,000 stemy checks. Hey, no, you're not. Nobody is. And you think, well, that's them DOGE savings, all that DOGE savings that we're getting. They're going to send us out in checks. No, what you're actually referring to is $6,000 tax credits that were initiated under the Biden administration for low-income households. That's what you're referring to. So if you do receive that $6,000 tax credit, you can thank Joe Biden for it, okay? Not Donald Trump. Now, I see what you're trying to do there, and whoever started that BS lie was trying to give Donald Trump, once again, credit for something that he did not do. The same way y'all did with, giving Donald effing Trump credit for Barack Obama's economy. It ain't going to fly this time. Now, another big lie y'all going out there and all excited about is that Donald effing Trump now, he's put up there on his Truthless Social that DOGE, that Elon Musk, man, he found a $750 million wasteful spending and fraud. That $750 million. Now, I know y'all think that's a whole lot of money, don't you? You sure do. You do, because you don't know how numbers work. See, the thing is Donald Trump said they were going after $1 trillion. Elon Musk said they were going after $2.5 trillion. Now, $750 million ain't a trillion. It sure ain't. It's lacking some digits, a lot of them. $750 million is, more ballpark, roughly, 1/2 of 1/10 of 1% of $1 trillion. Not a drop in the bucket compared to $1 trillion, but he's got you convinced that's a whole lot of wasteful spending. It's not. Now, on the other hand, there, that $750 million of wasteful spending, that is one man's opinion. That would be Elon Musk's opinion on that. He considers that wasteful spending. Okay. One man's opinion thinks that's waste, whenever 535 people bipartisanly already voted on that spending. Okay. So according to 535 people, that wasn't wasteful, but according to Elon Musk, it is. Okay. So you're being lied to. You're being manipulated. This ain't about finding wasteful spending. This is about basically dissolving the federal government, consolidating all that power into the hands of a handful of people, billionaires like Elon Musk and Donald F. and Trump, okay? That's what this is. This is implementing Project 2025. That's what this is. You're not getting DOGE checks. Now, look. A few days ago, I did make a video making fun of y'all, okay? I did do that. I do that from time to time, okay? I do. I admit it. But, to be honest with you, though, it does bring me joy. So, anyway, I was telling y'all to get away from your mailboxes. Quit standing out there waiting on your DOGE check, because it ain't coming. I was kind of half joking whenever I did that, y'all, but I didn't realize y'all were really sitting out there by your mailboxes waiting on your DOGE checks. Man. Hey, get back inside. You'll freeze to death. That check ain't coming. It ain't. And y'all really convinced yourself that that's a thing. It's not. It ain't about trying to put money back in the hands of American people. That ain't what they're doing. No, it's about taking our money and putting it in the hands of billionaires, needy billionaires. So that's what they're doing, and consolidating power, and trying to erode away all of our constitutional rights in the process. That's what they're doing, and y'all are cheering it on. Oh, boy, idiots. But anyway, that's what they're doing. And for some reason, y'all can't see that. You're like, they're working for us. Them billionaires really do like us. No, they don't. No, they do not. Now, and you're also confused about other things like, well, you've seen that farmer that he's going to lose his farm because he enrolled in a government program that was initiated by the Biden administration during the Inflation Reduction Act that that let the government help farmers invest in their farms, doing, repairs and expanding their farms and things like that. Well, that's a good program there. It allowed the farmers to do things that needed to be done. Well, then Donald F. and Trump comes along there and Elon Musk. They say, you know what, we're going to go ahead and gut that program. And they left those farmers holding the bag. Now they can't afford to hold on to their farms and they're going to lose them. See? Now that one particular fellow that I watched talking about it, now he voted for Donald F. and Trump and he admitted that he did, but he said he can't believe that the government is doing that to him. So even though he knows for a fact that it's because of Donald Trump, he still can't call him out for it. So instead, he blames the government. That's the whole two wings of the same bird thing. Because that's what y'all do. Every time you're ever called out on something, then you want to go back and say, well, both sides are corrupt. See what I mean? Because you never admit you're wrong. Anyway, so that dude's so embedded in the cult that he knows for a fact Donald Trump's the one that effed him over in his family's farm, but he still couldn't blame the right person, so he blames the entire government. Hey, let me ask you something there, you fake-ass patriots. Whenever your Medicare prescription prices went through the roof after Donald Trump became president again, did you blame the government for signing that executive order, or did you blame Donald Trump for signing that executive order that drove your prices through the roof? Because I have yet to hear a peep out of any of you about it. Hey, guess what? Democrats ain't the only ones that use some Medicare prescriptions. We know you do. And we also know you are as quiet as you can be about it. And you know who to blame. Man, I know that hurts you, don't it? Hurts you deep inside. So are you blaming the government, or are you blaming Donald F. and Trump for that? How about the $5 million of wasteful spending that we saw the other day whenever he decided to fly Air Force One over to the Daytona International Speedway, delay the start of the race so he could make everything about him and then do him some parade laps and all that? How about that $5 million of wasteful spending there? Now, are we blaming the government for that, or Donald F. and Trump? I just want to be clear about it. Okay, just want to be real clear about that. What about the non-response to all of the people in Kentucky and Tennessee were getting flooded out of their houses? 11 people lost their lives while he was doing flyovers and parade laps at Daytona. Do we blame the government for that, or Donald F. and Trump? I just want to make things clear. I need to know what the thought process is now, because I seem to recall that just a few months ago, y'all were still out there blaming Bidenomics for those high food prices and high gas prices. Man, those Bidenomics, that Joe Biden ain't doing nothing to address these high prices. Well, I'm telling you, I went all around at that time looking for those government grocery stores. I couldn't find them. I seen some Aldi's, and I seen some Albertsons, and some Kroger's, and some Walmarts, and some Targets, and some Publix's, and some Winn-Dixie's. I seen a bunch of them, y'all, a bunch of them. None of them said government grocery store on them, and none of them said the Biden Food Factory. I was looking for some Biden Food Factory, couldn't find it. Nope. And I was like, well, I don't understand why they're blaming Joe Biden. He don't own any of these grocery stores, Well, now then, I'm wondering, the prices are still going up here. And I remember Donald Trump said he'd have that fixed day one. Now, are we blaming the government for these high prices? Or are we blaming Donald F. and Trump? But let me guess, you're probably still blaming Joe Biden, right? Well, that's because you're dishonest, disingenuous, and disgusting. Okay? Because I think you know who to blame. You just can't bring yourself to doing it because you're in an effing cult. Right? Hey, if you disagree, hey, by all means, jump in my comments. Hey, you can insult me if you want to. I'm not a sixth grader. It don't affect me. But it does contribute to grow my channel when you do that. If you have anything intelligent to add to it, I'd appreciate it. But I bet I won't see anything. Now, anyway, you continue to spread lies and propaganda among each other. That's why I say you need to go ahead and get some psychiatric help, for sure. Now, another one that you're doing, which I find quite funny, y'all saw an AI video of a 200-foot Jesus being erected on the White House lawn, and you believed it. And you started spreading it on the interwebs and talking about, well, that's great right there. That Donald Trump, that's a Christian man, and he's bringing Christianity back to America. Hey, America's never been a Christian nation. You keep being told that, and it never will be. And the American people will make sure of that. no matter what it takes, okay? And we're also not going to be run by a bunch of billionaire technocrats, okay? That ain't going to happen either. At this point, I'm surprised somebody ain't made a game kind of like Pokemon Go, got to catch them all, Billionaire Go. I'm just saying, I'm surprised nobody's done that yet, the way these people are treating everybody with the intentions that they have for everybody. Listen, if you think that DOGE is there to do an audit on money being spent and wasted by the government, he would have accountants doing that. The fact that he has hackers doing that, it is more likely that what he's doing is installing Trojan horses and backdoors, downloading all that data to his own private servers. That way, at any given time, he can just pull the plug on all of the government systems, wipe it all, and then he's in charge of everything. That would be the more likely scenario, because you're convinced that somehow billionaires care about you. But anyway, back to your 200-foot Jesus. That's fake. That's AI. Man, y'all are going to be screwed in the future, because you damn sure ain't going to know the difference between what's fake and what's real. Hey, look now, can you imagine a 200-foot white European Jesus just towering 130 feet over the White House, because it's about 70 foot tall? That wouldn't make no sense. That would look gaudy and stupid. Now, I could see maybe a little brown hippie baby Jesus there, about 50 foot tall, That would be more ergonomic, and it would be more realistic there. So, hey, if you want to see what little brown hippie baby Jesus looks like, I've got him on t-shirts there in my merch store. He's a cutie. So anyway, look, y'all are dumb. Y'all keep lying to each other all the time. You do need to go ahead and get you some help. You're going to find out the hard way real soon, because none of what you believe is happening is going to happen. And then you're going to have to face reality that you've been had. We all, unfortunately, have to go along that ride with you. And at some point, we're going to have to take everything back, okay? It's not going to be a good situation for anybody. And you did it. You did it because, again, because you needed to hate your country, hate your government, and hate other American people so bad that you have to live on lies. Well, this is where it's gotten us, and you're still believing in those lies. Inmate Trump.